Hey guys, I was just going to show you a little project that I'm working on. I've actually started on the back side of my yard here. This is a lift out section right here, and it came right out of this area here. If you can see, that's some tracks that are underneath there, so I made it lift out so I'd have access in case there was a derailment. This goes down to my staging area. Let's see. You can see that. Also, what I've done is this curve piece for some reason doesn't sit very flat in this corner, so I'm going to zoom in here. And I don't know if you can see this. I put some little strips of, see if I can get it focused. I put some little strips of foam along the edge to disguise that bottom edge of that lift out. And I've just painted it an earth color. You can see that all the way around. So I'll sprinkle some dirt on it and put some green stuff on it, and that'll hide that lower edge a little better. My lift out will slip right behind that. I put all that down before I take the lift out. Then I have to transition this lift out piece to where this plywood is on top of here, because there's going to be a town on top of this area. So I've had to transition it behind this wall. So that's one of the things that I'm working on right now. This is the piece that will connect up to the plywood at the end. I've glued a little bit of pink and blue foam on it, and I've just taken that yellow rasp right there and contoured it down. And I've got to fill these gaps up. I've even got to fill a little bit right in here, this section here, because it shows behind the wall, because you know my wall goes down at an angle. So I'm working on that, and got a lot of ideas what to do on top of this. Maybe a little bit of pasture land. I'm gonna put probably a farmhouse, wire fence all along the edge of it, right by the slope, and got another little building that I'm gonna put in there. And then this will transition on into the town. There may be a park on part of this pink foam, I'm not really sure. But I'm going to put a little city park at the very end there, and then a lot of trees and everything to kind of disguise the transition. So we'll just see how this turns out. We're going to be probably working on it for several weeks here. Gluing things down, letting things dry. You know how that goes. Oh, and you see where I have this laying. This lift out piece that's across my yard. I didn't want to take it downstairs. I didn't want to move it very far away and take a chance of, it's all made out of foam, and I don't want to take a chance of dropping it, breaking it in half or anything. So I just moved some cars in the yard a little bit so I could stretch it out and lay it on the yard and work on it from there. So there probably won't be no operations on this layout for a little while until this piece is pretty well done. This is what I'm doing with this lift out now. I'm putting some little pieces of wild grass along the edges. I'm not going to do so much on the very side of the hill. That'll be static grass. This is what I'm using, these little sheets that you tear the pieces off, and I just recommend tearing them because you want them real ragged. You don't want a bunch of straight edges when you apply them. There's some stuff from Walters here, this wild grass, prairie grass I think is what it is, sheets, and I just tear the pieces off. And I use this all-purpose Loctite. It dries clear, it's nice and tacky. And I just put it on a little sheet of scrap paper and press the stuff into it, and then stick it on the ground. And this will look real good. It'll blend in once I do my static grass over the top of everything. Now I'm going to go back with this little bit of dirt I have in here, and I'll sprinkle it over the tops of this to help hide the plastic, because you can kind of see the plastic film, especially through these wildflowers. You can see the plastic film through all the greenery there, and so sprinkling a little bit of this dirt, it'll fall down in there and it'll hide all that film, so you won't see it. Make it blend in a lot better. This will look pretty cool. This is exactly how I did this hill over here. Did the same method. Put the wildflowers in, a little bit of that prairie grass, just like that on this hill, and you see how it blends in once you put the static grass in around it. Looks really cool. Okay, I have the lift out back in place, as you can see. Haven't done the static grass on the side of the hill yet. Got that styrofoam on the transition there. Rasped it, gave it some contour. Now I very rarely I've never really lifted this lift out. It's covering some staging tracks in case there's derailment in there, but I've never had one. So this knob that is, you see right here, it's a drawer knob. I can easily unscrew it, and I'm going to disguise that with a bush and just keep the knob handy if ever I need to pull it out, because there's no other way to get a grip on that. So I got that little knob where I can grab it and pull it up, and I'll just cover that over with a bush. A removable bush will go right over the screw head that's protruding out of there, and so anyway, won't see that ugly looking knob. So I know it looks kind of patchy right now, but once I put the static grass in there, you'll see how it all blends together. We've got lots of shrubbery and bushes going down the side of the hill, and I've got the front piece in by the track and did some ballast in there as well. You can see the little strips of those grasses, but I'll also put static grass and some more shrubbery along there to disguise the edge of my lift out.